This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Upgrade your business with Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet. Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning fewer carts going abandoned and more sales going cha-ching. So if you're into growing your business, get a commerce platform that's ready to sell wherever your customers are. Visit shopify.com to upgrade your selling today.
I'm Michael Che.
And I'm Colin Jost. And we've got a little secret. Actually, it's a pretty big secret.
Well, now you gotta give the people something.
No, I'm not saying a word.
Oh, then people won't know to tune in. Come on, tell them a little.
Like how we're hosting a live comedy event streaming only on Peacock September 12th.
Exactly.
Or how it's called New York After Dark, and it's a comedy show that only features drop-in comics.
Boom, you nailing it, dude.
Michael Che's phone number's...
Whoa, hey.
New York After Dark, some kind of live comedy thing. September 12th, only on Peacock.
You love it.
Oh my God, it's so cold out here. Hurry. Just check the mail. Let's get back inside. Just check the mail.
Bartleby the
Where
pigeon
are they? Here comes one.
I got him. You got it. Yeah, I gotcha. Well, you know what? No, there's no letter attached to it. It's just a bunch of Band-Aids.
Oh my God.
Old
Ben,
Barbara
you have
medium
got
butts.
to train them better. They can't just bring you used Band-Aids.
Band-Aids are expensive.
Okay, all right. Check one of the rats. Maybe they got a letter.
Oh, here we go.
You gotta.
Oh, we got a big boy.
And he's got a letter. And the big boy rat has a letter. That means we should open this letter delivered to us by this rat on this roof and start the episode.
That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
We're getting big, our worries are mixed. Let's have some cake. What the frolic say. We're getting big, our worries are mixed. Let's have some cake. What the frolic say. We're getting big, our worries are mixed. Let's have some cake. What the frolic say.
If a tree falls in the woods and there's no one around to hear it, does it make a sound? Yes, it does. But strangely, it's the exact sound of Ben's sexual whining.
Yeah.
Welcome to The Grolic Saves the World. My name's Adam Caton Holland.
I'm Ben Roy.
And I'm Andrew Orvidal.
And this is a comedy podcast about bettering your world. And I'm going to be honest, I thought the sexual whining of this tree falling in the woods would be a lot longer, a lot more vulgar. The restraint that tree showed actually reflects growth.
It does.
Ben's growing as a sexual whiner.
Yes.
He is.
Well,
He's
you
maturing.
want that sexual undergrowth to come in like healthier and greener than the first one, you know?
Right.
And
it is it's amazing to me that the tree's expiration, the tree's death allowed for Ben's growth. That is sort of a beautiful metaphor.
Exactly.
About regeneration.
It
and
is.
the power of nature.
Wow. And
It is.
Ben's time with the Sexual Whining Forestry Service has paid off big time.
It's been
Big
very
time.
valuable to him. And usually they don't take, kids this old into the program.
If we ever become successul,
Stop right there. Because I don't want to dream about that because it just makes me sad.
Yeah. It does. It is kind of sad that we had the world in our palms, but our palms were sweaty, and then we dropped it.
Mom
and that's
spaghetti.
what
But you were saying if we're successful, I interrupted you.
If we were successful, I would like to start a vineyard called Ben's Sexual Winery. And it is. And that's...
You don't think you could get a small business loan to just do that anyway?
No, I don't think so. I'm default on some other small business loans. But I think, Pinot Grigio, stuff like that.
In this fantasy where you have Ben's Sexual Winery, and I think it's Napa. I think it's like primetime real estate.
Yeah.
Can I be a sort of artist in residence who just never wears a shirt, sort of a poet with wine spilling down his beard and belly. And I do performances every once in a while, but really I'm just there to sort of de-evolve into almost like a beast of the vineyard.
Wine drinking beast.
You're our tripping Billy or whatever that thing from Dave Matthews been.
Hey, you can write that on the shack that I live in. the Ben's Sexual Winery tripping Billy, and I'll come out. It'll be like, did you see him on the tour? No, he didn't come out that day. But other people will see me, like Sasquatch.
Feet are like turning into hooves. Like
but you're proof that our product works. And then Andrew can be that old sage man living in a cave, deaf and
I was
blind.
going to ask for the sommelier position.
That's what I'm saying. You're the sommelier. You're the old.
But I live in a cave?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But you're the reason that our Riesling is so good. It's like, it's so good. And people...
I think the moral of the story...
I don't drink and I only go by smell. All of these wines have been curated by smell.
He spits out more than went in. Have you noticed that? He takes a sip and all of it comes out and then so much extra comes out.
More. Are you holding extra
what was even in
wine
there? How did you have that much in your mouth?
Yeah. It's great. I love this idea. Ben's
Well, I think I just think what we're saying is if we ever get highly successful, watch out, world. Watch out.
Look out, Maynard from Tool, because the Grolix boys are here to sell some wine.
Exactly. And way to fucking power that one through. Speaking of success, boy, did we have a good live show this past Saturday. We had a great live Grolix this past weekend.
You guys do this every
People
time.
are still buzzing about it. I just saw the photos that Jeff Stonick took, and I'm like reliving how fun it was. It was a vintage is what it was. It was a vintage
Grolix.
show.
What was so fucking fun about it? Tell me what was so fucking fun. I want to hear about this.
Well,
because
one of my favorite things about it was how Andrew and I were allowed to just do it by ourselves while you traipsed about the Pacific Northwest performing for literal dozens of people.
Fa la 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 la.
You know, here's the problem that I've had.
In your band Spells, your side project, which has usurped the initial project.
There's no usurpation happening here. I want you to know that you guys have always been on Spell's coattails. Okay. And you've always been riding on our coattails. And I want to say thank you. There were quite a few Grolix Saves the World fans.
So you're just saying that a huge number of the people that came out to see Spells are only there because they like the Grolix.
Not a huge number.
You just said 90% of the people that came to the show.
I don't believe I said
were
that.
Only from the Grolix.
I don't believe I said that there was 90%.
And yet Andrew and I don't get any of the profit.
Conservative estimate.
I did not say conservative.
We get none of the ticket money. We get none of the merch.
Well,
and I need to talk to Chuck.
Adam.
I need to talk to Chuck about this because I know he's the one pulling the Spells strings.
There's no strings on Spells. We're all free. We're all populists. Everybody in the band we're populists.
I will sincerely ask, because we haven't spoken since you got back. Was it a good tour? Did you have a good time?
I had a great time, but I'm very curious. I loved it, and I loved playing music, and it was fun, and it was cool to see Grolix Saves the World, and those who can't fans come out to see us. But I wanted to ask you guys, why was the show so great? If I wasn't there, what made it so amazing?
just the plane landed on time, Ben. The plane landed on time.
Plane landed on time. I'm sure it landed on time. You know why it landed on time? Because you had less comedians on the show. That's why.
No,
and
we had the same amount of comedians.
No, you did not, because you've been putting 3 comics plus us 3 on the show for the last few months.
We usually have us 3, and if it's us 3, mostly 2. Occasionally be a third one.
Well, the last 2 months have had 3 comics on top of me, and that's the thing. Is that yes, I do tell jokes, and I get up there and I utilize some time, but. You guys have been,
and some of other people's time.
I'm so funny. I'm Andrew Orbital. Shut up. You guys are so fucking jealous all the time, and I'm tired of it. I get out there, people are messaging me while I'm on the road, while I'm connecting with music fans. I'm working both sides of the aisle. People are saying, "Ooh, they're really lighting you up at the show. Ooh, they're really getting you." And that's how I hear that our friendship is crumbling.
I may have closed the show by telling people that you died in Portland, Oregon on stage.
Wow.
And that, but I said, I did say, I think it's how he would have wanted to go out, is what I said, doing what he loved. And then we just ended the show and sent people out with that in their head.
Yeah.
That part
and
is true.
that riff, people were like, "Oh,
Oh, yeah. I don't know if the riff hit hard, but Andrew and I chuckled about it as we walked off the stage. Sowing
it works. I mean,
disinformation.
Portland was one of our most lackluster shows of the entire time.
That's weird. It's the city I have the most reliable draw in. Anyway, this is a podcast. This is a
so much
podcast
about jealousy,
helping people.
about
not
two
about
friends.
jealousy.
Well,
Not
it's about jealousy, and it's about two friends' jealousy of their third friend who they've been riding on his coattails for fucking years.
Adam and I put our bands on hold for the
Absolutely.
Frolics, okay? You're the only one who went out with their band.
I had a 7-member white hip hop troupe. You know that. And we were.
I was part of a drum and bass duo, and I said goodbye. I said goodbye to Walter, and I walked away. Okay?
Are we just going to blow by the fact that Adam called his hip hop group a troupe?
We wandered around from forest to forest, delighting campsites. What else are we but a troupe?
Freestyling for campers.
Their first album, What Are We If But a Troupe? I love the idea of calling hip hop like bands and groups troops.
But listen, it's a TROOP. We were fucking soldiers out there. You know what I mean? It wasn't
that part.
It was
cool.
a troop, like a
That
straight up
part's
troop.
cool.
Yeah.
This opening is really it's kind of going nowhere, you know.
You feel that? I felt that too.
I felt that too. It was mostly through Ron, who's yawned twice during it.
A producer's yawns never really are the shot in the arm you need in an intro, are they? You're like gearing up for the episode and the producer is just over it. And you're like, we haven't even started. And it's just not what you need.
Producer's yawn is such a great fucking name for a band or a project or an album. Well,
we have a letter.
Oh,
this
yes.
is a special letter.
Oh, it is.
You know, when we have letters, we have to get producer Ron out of his producer pod. It's been all over the place. It used to be under the waters of Segway Bay, but lately it's been moving around.
He had it installed on a Rift City rickshaw, so he's still living in the pod, but it's been sort of haphazardly bungeed onto the back of this
Well,
Rift
and
City
he's
rickshaw.
traipsing around Rift City as if he's royalty or some sort of
He's
emperor.
just happy to
of
be
Rift
out of
City.
the sea, and he's trying to make the most of his time because he knows he's going back down there.
Well,
sooner
hark,
than later.
here he comes across the cobblestones of Segway Street, and he is coming down. I can see him. Up. Yep, it's where it gets a little uneven. The road's a little rougher. Here he comes. Here he is. Oh,
He's pulling in to make a suggestion for a living cul-de-sac.
all right. Open the doors here, and
Hi. Hey. What's up, guys?
Hi.
How's it going?
how are you?
Nice to see
A
you.
Rift
I'm
City.
mobile. I'm mobile. I have wheels now. This is amazing.
Yeah,
this
dude.
is
It's
really
kind of
great.
cool to see you shine like this.
I'm not stuck under the ocean, and I feel really good about that.
The most important part is, how is the equipment inside? Is it still functioning? Are we able to broadcast still? That's all we care about, Ron.
I don't know if anybody's listening, so it's not really that big of a
No,
deal, but
they're
we'll
listening.
find out. We'll find out next
Oh,
week.
they're listening.
I'll check. I hit the record button.
Okay.
The button is still there, so we're fine.
okay. I think everything should be
we're
on the
fine.
up and up. Ron, I hear we have an extra special letter this week.
Yeah, we have an extra special letter this week from my kid, who identifies as a Grawlix fan.
Now, this is crazy. I've never had any small talk with you outside of the podcast. This is the first time I've heard you had children.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
When did you start?
It's Lila, who I bring to the show almost every month.
You bring a child with you to a show.
She's 15. She's 15. Actually, today, right now, as we're recording, is her 16th birthday.
Oh, shit.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Today, right now?
Today, right
As
now.
we're recording
Today, right
this.
now.
Well, one, we've learned you have children. That's crazy to me.
So congrats,
I do.
Ron. Congrats.
And you have a second one?
Yeah, Maddie. Yeah,
M-
older than
How old
older
are
than
they?
Lila.
How old is Maddie?
17. Maddie is 17.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
Adam.
yeah.
Not even he never whispered this once to us.
I didn't know he was married. I didn't know he was capable of reproducing.
That's crazy.
It's wild.
Andrew, did you know this?
I did. I went over to Ron's house for his birthday, and that's how I found out.
Oh, yeah. You guys didn't come to my birthday.
You
party.
would learn
That's
things
right.
about the
That's
man
right.
if you did things like that. Ron, first of all, Lila, happy
Hi.
birthday. As a present to you, we'd love to offer you some advice. What can we help you with? What can we help your kiddo with, Ron?
Okay, so here's what Lila wrote to you. She wrote this just a couple days ago, so she's still identifying as 15 at this point. So just keep that in mind. Lila wrote, I am 15 years old, and I got my first job this summer working at a restaurant. She takes orders on the telephone. She packs up food for delivery and takeout, and she helps bus tables, fill waters, sort of works like the host as well. The work is kind of fun and she's good at it, but her boss is constantly critical of her. The boss tells customers and her friends that Lila is a good girl, very smart and a hard worker, but that she needs to smile more.
Jesus.
The
Sorry. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, no, yeah. The other day, Lila counted. Her boss told her to smile more 14 times in 3 hours.
Whoa.
Lila says she always smiles at customers, but her boss doesn't seem to notice. And she blames Lila's smiling when the restaurant doesn't make more money in tips, even when Lila is in the back of the kitchen packing orders or talking on the phone. She tells Lila to smile more on the phone. The restaurant is really close to our house, and there aren't really many other job options nearby in the neighborhood.
Sure, the producer pod is not around any sort of businesses, or it's hard living in a producer pod trying to figure out.
Yeah.
work.
I dragged
Especially as
I
it's
dragged my
mobile.
entire family behind me in a trailer behind a rickshaw.
Yeah, so you never know where you're going to wind up.
Yeah. She says very few places were willing to hire a 15-year-old anyway. What do I do? Help me, Grolix. Sincerely, Lila.
Wow.
Wow.
This is a good one, Lila. Thank you for this question.
Yeah.
Oh, man, there's a
You
lot
came,
going
first
on
of
here.
all, you came to the right place. Going to your father's a dead end road. We all know that. I think that coming to 3 friends who care, who are going to have a little bit of impartiality. They're going to see both sides of this.
But also 3 friends who have Riz and can relate to you and touch
Exactly.
grass and
And
stuff.
3 friends who want to win.
you just say Riz?
competitive
Three friends who have
advice.
Riz who are hip and touch grass.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll spill
wow,
the
yeah.
tea on this if we have to, but you're
Absolutely.
dealing with Trace Riz Khalifas. And I think, Andrew, where's your Riz pun?
I don't have one.
That's
I didn't
great.
Want to participate.
Didn't think so.
I didn't want to participate.
So you're dealing with 2 Riz heads and 1 exact copy of your dad.
One Riz in the mud.
Hey, with that,
Hey.
But
There
it
you go.
was bad.
There you go.
Riz doesn't even rhyme with stick. It's
Andrew,
not-
just celebrate the few wins that you get. We are going to take a break. You're going to hear some ads unless you are a member of our Patreon, in which case, boom, we'll get right into Lila's question. In the meantime, enjoy these ads and think about joining our Patreon. $4 for the base level. You get all sorts of goodies, including the 4th act, where we honestly put the good stuff. The dog shit's in the free stream. The good stuff's in the 4th act. So if you like this pod a lot and you want more of it,
The free stream is dog shit.
the free
What are you
stream's
doing?
fine. The 4th act, we take our tops off. It's wild.
That is true.
So $4 to join that. Listen to these ads. We will be back with help for Lila.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Upgrade your business with Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet. Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning fewer carts going abandoned and more sales going cha-ching. So if you're into growing your business, get a commerce platform that's ready to sell wherever your customers are. Visit shopify.com to upgrade your selling today.
We are back through the magic of podcasting. Time has elapsed, and thank you for joining our Patreon during that time. We appreciate it. We have a question from producer Ron's daughter, Lila. It is a great question about being told to smile all the time by her boss, who is a woman. I think that makes it a little bit different, but whatever. We'll get into it. Lila needs help in this situation. I won the last challenge. I should remind the listener, this is a competitive advice show. So while we do want to help Lila, and Lila, we're going to do our best here, it's more about who's going to win.
Yes.
Between us.
Much like the Highlander, there can be only one.
Exactly. I also think that this is, it's important that Lila understands that we do not have her best intentions in mind.
No.
I have my drive and will to win in mind. Then what you need. As far as advice in second
It's
place.
about social positioning between Ben, Andrew, and I. It's a constantly shuffling hierarchy, and we are just trying to maintain the order or climb ahead.
Yes.
And Lila, helping you is second to that concern.
Yes, you're dealing with a trio of caste holes. And that's what it is. We operate by a caste system. We love it. We agree with it. We think that's the way society should function.
We are pro caste system on this podcast.
Yes, we are. Caste holes.
I won last episode means I go last. It is
Andrew went first last time, which means I go first.
Great. Andrew, are you cool with this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pull anchor on the SS advice, Ben.
All right, let's do it. Anchors up. Real quick, though, I have to ask Ron one question. How long do you has Lila had this job?
2 months. 2 months.
Okay, great. Lila, I'm going to be honest with you, okay? And I'm going to give you
This early?
the best advice that any human being can give you in a situation like this.
You're editorializing.
First of all, I'm allowed to editorialize. There is no rules against that. But
objection, editorializing.
We should call objections. Yes, I am editorializing, but I want you to be aware that this is the only advice you're ever going to need. Okay?
Wow.
At your age, quit the fucking job. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. That's not the advice, but there's a lot to be learned from quitting your fucking job, standing up for yourself and saying, I don't like how you're treating me. Now, I'm not saying you should rush straight to quitting it, but I think you should give a fair, stern warning that you do not like being spoken to like that. And if she chooses not to listen to it, quit your fucking job. Now, I know that this isn't going to go over as well for everybody else because everybody's going to tell you to, me, suck it up at your first job. I already know what these two putzes are going to say. Ignore it. It's all about the money, whatever. Just, I think
it's all about the
me and Andrew are a couple of capital. Andrew and I are just burning $100 bills, lighting our cigarettes. Yeah. We're the guys in trading places. That's me and Andrew. We're the two
Also,
old
what is
dudes.
your advice? Is it to stand up for yourself or quit? You're saying two things. Which
no,
one
I'm
is
saying
it?
stand up for yourself. And if she doesn't accept it, which I do not think that this particular person is, this is their kingdom. I do not think they're going to listen to you. I believe you should quit your job. I think there is a lot to be learned from quitting and finding another job, and you're going to have 1,000 jobs in your life. And I think you do not need to tolerate being treated like that. And I think it is important that you stand up for yourself and let them know that you are not a pushover. Okay.
Can I ask you, do you still feel this? You know what we pay producer Ron. It's meager. And so you still offer this advice knowing that Lila is propping up the family, paying for most of the things in the house.
I feel comfortable
if she
with
quits,
it.
It's going to...
I feel comfortable with it right now knowing that they're all living on a rickshaw. And I think that knowing that they have wheels right now, they have transportation, I think Ron seems like a dedicated parent. I think he will man the rickshaw to the new job. I don't think Ron likes this advice. I'm going to be honest with you. And as a dad, I'm not sure
we're not giving
would.
the advice to Ron. We're giving the advice to Lila.
And we're not giving advice as fathers. I'm not your
nor are we giving
dad.
Nor are we a podcast for old squares like Ron.
No.
We are a fucking hip, young
Cool podcast.
For 16-year-olds.
I want to show you Taylor Swift for advice. She wrote us.
Exactly.
Okay?
I want to show you real quick, Lila, 2 things you're going to need to quit that job. And I'm going to tell you right.
This is why the Grolics ran on time. This is why the
shut
Grolics
up.
ran on time.
Shut up. Just shut the fuck up. I'm not even 5 minutes in. You're going to talk way too long. You're a fucking dork. And
I feel like I'm in the prologue of this novel.
2 things, and then I'll end it here, Lila, that you need to
So 2 things on top of the 2 things you've already said.
No,
there.
I'm telling
and
you,
then
the
you'll
2
end it
things.
after 4
And
things.
I think these 2 things are introducing a new subject as well.
100%.
The 2 things you need to quit a job like that, and for people who are watching this, it'll be better. Number 1, right here in your left hand, middle
Ben's
finger.
got a middle finger.
Number 2 in your right hand, middle finger. Lila, be cool. The question in life is, do you want to be safe or do you want to be cool? Because you can't have both. Hold your fucking middle fingers
up. That's the whole
up.
tagline for cigarettes, right?
And be like, this is my smile. See you later. And go get a job at another restaurant.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So I guarantee you the kids are going to come back to our show, not to those other 3 Dads shows that are out there, not all the copycat 3 Dads shows.
Yeah, my 3 dads.
Coming
And
back
producer
to the bad
Ron,
boys.
I want you to know that if you told my son Milo this, I would not agree with that advice. But as Lila's friend in this situation, as we're being friends here, that's the advice I got for you, kiddo. Hold up a couple middle fingers and walk out that door.
Ben, I want to talk to you about how many 16-year-old girls you have as friends.
I'm not
We could
friends
talk
with-
about it. We could talk about it after the episode.
No, I'm not friend. I'm just saying that this kid came to us looking for friendship advice because I guarantee Dad has injected some garbage in there.
Okay,
now
wow.
we're going more uncle. Drink a beer and let's launch off the
My
train
Three
trestle.
Uncles podcast.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. This is
All
unk
right.
advice.
All
Unk
right.
advice.
Well, this is why it's an advantage to go first, because you can cherry pick, you can walk around the fruit tree and take the ripest, most low-hanging fruit, like
Okay.
Ben did there. Because
Ben picks fruit off. You think he picks off a tree? He looks what's on the ground. It's like bugs are going at it, and Ben's like, "Well, that's easy." He just grabs it.
Wow.
He missed it because he's looking at his phone, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, he doesn't see fruit in trees. He's looking at his phone, so he only sees the fruit that's on the ground.
He trips on it, and then he's like, "Oh, a banana."
Yeah, exactly.
Lila, my advice was going to dovetail with Ben's. I was also going to suggest you just quit because here's the thing. Very, very soon you'll be an adult and you'll have to have a job because your job will enable you to have a home, get food, pay your utilities, what have you. You'll have to have a job. And when you have to have a job, you have to put up with personalities that drive you crazy. And you have to navigate that. You have to find ways. You can't just be like double middle fingers, fuck this, I'm out of here vibe, because you've got rent to pay or you've got a mortgage to pay. But right now, you're 16. You're in the last phase of your life.
Live now, Lila.
Before you have to have a job. So I was going to say quit, because you might as well soak up being a teenager. Yeah, it's fun having spending money, but you could do something else that you enjoy. You could either find another job. You could make something fun and sell it on Etsy. I don't know. You could do something else than be emotionally browbeaten at a job, for sure, because that's probably waiting for you down the road in the future. So why not have it as an adult when you can't quit? So here's my new advice.
Oh, wow.
Steal. Look, when I was a teenager,
Wow.
I had
Early front runner for best
many
advice.
This is cool.
This is
jobs.
cool. This is
I
cool.
had so many jobs as a teenager, and I had a heist for all of them. There was no job I could not figure out how to extract from that job in special payment for the life it was taking from me. Sure, you get the
Wow.
check, but there's got to be something else for you. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is at this job. That's for you to be creative with and to
Jeez.
discover on your own. I mean, there's
Love
till
this.
skimming till skimming's a classic. You know, you figure out what you can
Till-
not ring in,
till
and then
skimming.
you mentally add, and then tick, 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 you know, it can
This
involve
is exactly
it
what
can
I
involve a
wanted
little-
this episode
My
to be.
favorite Charles Dickens novella is The Till Skimmer. I've always
Till
enjoyed The
Skimmer.
Till Skimmer.
I mean, it involves a few skill sets. It involves holding math in your head because you need to know the actual till numbers and what the till
Thank
that
you.
you'll turn in. And it also involves a little close-up magic. You have to be able to take
Yes.
bills from the register seemingly without lifting anything out, maybe with someone else in the room. It takes some work.
I'd like
Ron
to
is-
vote for
Ron
a
is
winner
so
right now.
mad
I
right
Sleight
gotta
of hand.
interrupt you, Andrew.
Wait, but
I would
I mean-
like to vote for the
Let
winner
me.
now.
I think I might be voting for a winner right now as well. But let me pad his resume. Let me pad his resume by reminding Lila she only has 2 years left legally as a minor. Enjoy
Before
this
she'll be
impunity.
tried
Enjoy
as
this
an
impunity.
adult.
Yes,
right. That's what I'm
exactly.
saying. So
Juvenile
if
hall,
she's going to tell
let
you
me
to
just
smile,
add that,
you're
as
going to start
somebody-
smiling a lot more, knowing you've got $280 in your back pocket on top of whatever you earned for being there. You'll
And
probably find
juvenile hall
more
is not
reasons to
real
smile.
prison. That is not a real prison system.
It's
It
a
is not.
boarding school.
It's all it is. You're going to go to class. They have to teach you that's a law. So you have to go to school.
It's gonna be a
And-
solid education,
And you're
I'm
going to meet
sure.
some cool kids who know how to get money on the low too. And so, this is a cool.
Yeah.
Cool
So
advice.
yeah, that's my advice,
You're
Lila.
such a
Jobs
fucking
take
good guy.
something priceless from you, which is your life. And in return, they give you garbage, which is money. So anything you can do to try to even that out, you should always do.
Well, that's
Andrew,
Steal.
Andrew is cool.
It's
Ben tries to be cool with tattoos and double fuck yous, and Andrew's cool. For
he is
real.
cool. And Andrew, I want to say this. That was inspired.
Mhm.
I saw an old dog come to life
I did too.
today. Did you see him yipping and jumping around the yard?
Well, it's like
he's
you-
remembering his
And
old
you had
days.
you thought like we got to put him down, and then he runs around so hard and he's so happy. You're like, not yet.
It's about more good days than bad. And that's
Exactly.
what you notice with this. And Andrew, that was, oh my God, he's using mine.
I'm using your technique.
Yes,
I'm
he's the old
quitting
dog.
the job of listening to you talk.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
Wow.
Andrew, that was fucking inspired. I'm serious. It was great. And I want you to be my daddy.
Whoa. Weird how you said daddy. That was kind of
Remember,
sexual.
that's one of those 1:30 a.m. texts. We can
Yes.
talk about it later.
I can say it to you, but best unk in the game. You are a really cool.
Yeah, solid
uncle.
unk advice right there.
All right,
All right.
Adam. What
All
advice
right,
do you have for
well,
Lila?
You have to go third.
Here's what I was gonna say, and it sucks because Andrew just won, so this is hard. I don't know if anyone's ever won so clearly right away. But I do think that like jobs suck, generally speaking. If you're lucky, you find one that you're like, this is my passion, you get to do it for your career. But every job you have until you find that kind of sucks in some way or another. And if you're in the service industry, a big part of it is being in the kingdom of whoever's running that little fucking kingship. So it's like the woman who keeps telling you to smile is the fucking king in this scenario. And I think 14 times in 3 hours is insane. That is a huge amount. So I didn't know that detail. So maybe you could be like, hey, I am smiling. I don't know if you're missing it or not, but I'm smiling. So try to look harder because I'm smiling all the fucking time. You can say that versus like, fuck you if you don't like it. You can just say, I am smiling. I've heard what you're saying. And so I'm
You
smiling.
gaslight her where you're like, I've been smiling.
But-
I think you have a condition where you can't see smiles.
and say, but what I'm trying to say is on some level, if you want to work in the service industry, which you're in, and maybe you want to go work at a fancy ass restaurant, you don't think the top restaurants in the world have chefs that are just like dictators and will fire you for being wrong in any number of insane ways? There is a sort of, fuck, I have to do this or I got to quit. My first job, stop making chicken noises, you asshole. I'm giving advice. My first job,
Boy,
I sold.
Can we give ourselves all just a quick pat on the back for the amazing animal Foley work we've done, top to bottom? What a menagerie! What a menagerie we've seen.
Keep
I'm gonna
going,
let Ben
Adam.
get it out. I'm gonna let Ben get it
No,
out.
go ahead.
Have a moment.
Keep
have
going.
a moment for yourself on the podcast. Have one.
No, keep going, Dad.
During my advice section.
Yeah,
Have one
no,
during
keep
mine.
going. Hold on. I'll be the teenager and I'll just sit here quietly and roll my eyes because I'm super fucking high right now. And I'm just, go ahead. And I got $280 from skimming the till, burning a
My
hole in
first
my back
job
pocket.
was selling shoes in the mall at a shitty shoe store. And I remember they made us wear collared shirts and you had to tuck it in. And I was 17 and I was like, I don't want to tuck a shirt in. I look like a fucking loser. So I would like start having it tucked in and I would just untuck it. And my manager would always come around. He's like, tuck your shirt in. And I was like, yep, got it. Oh, sorry. And I would just like pretend it came untucked over the course of the day. And then after like day 8 or 9, he was like, hey, dude, if your shirt doesn't stay tucked in, I'm firing you.
Wow.
And I was like, you know what? I need the money. I'm saving up. Yeah, okay. And then I just tucked my shirt in. And I quit that job in a couple of months when I found another job. You know what I mean? So it's like on some level, jobs suck, especially at this age. You have no agency. So my advice would be to tell this person, I am smiling. And then if you can't stand it anymore, quit. But for the most part,
so
you're
take
gonna have
my
to,
advice.
No, but my advice is you're going to have to learn to suck it up and just kind of operate under
I
assholes
disagree.
for a
I
long
disagree,
time.
Lila. The type of what that person
Because the next
is saying
job will have
is
another
personal.
asshole
It's not
with
about your
another with another
performance.
set of standards.
This is not a performance-based thing. This is a person who is leveling a very annoying trope towards
I'm not
women.
saying it's
women
a
that
performance
women
based
need
thing.
to smile more. And this is also bordering on emotional abuse. And I would not tolerate that when somebody is blaming the welfare of their business on a 16-year-old child. That is an incredibly unhealthy work environment. I want to change my answer because I'm allowed to rebuttal.
What are you talking
And I'm
about?
going back.
There's no rebuttals.
Set a fire. Lila, set a fire. And it doesn't have to be, and it can be anywhere in the store. And you're like, where would I do? Anywhere. Set a fire. Just a small one, but not till after you skim the bucket of what you can get out of that place. Ignore Adam.
I want our advice to escalate into just full-blown murder. Here's where I'd bury a body. Cherry Creek Reservoir. You go to the dog park, but you drag the body through the river.
Nah, dog park's very high profile entrance, Andrew. I would go down to the lake.
You're going at midnight, dude.
Oh, okay. Well, that's better. My advice, say I am smiling. Quit if you can't handle it anymore.
That's
but
fine.
other than that, grin and bear it. And
What the
pun is
listener does
intended.
need to know is
the
that
pun is
since-
intended. Grin and bear it. That's very good.
Okay, Lila, get in line, smile. And hey, if men tell you to smile, you might as well do that too.
Oh, wow, Ben. What a crusader on the side
I'm
of
just
women.
telling you, I'm just saying, if they tell you
where how could women exist without Ben having them put their back?
What the listener does need to know is that little 17-year-old Adam Caton Holland went on to invent the untucked dress shirt. You've all seen
Thank
these dress
you.
shirts that are
My targeted ads have been finding you, I'm sure.
you couldn't tuck them in if you were ordered by a manager to, because they're showing both your hip bones. These shirts are out of control.
a low cut, untucked shirt.
Yeah,
I love
a collared halter top for men. Who wouldn't
There's
want it?
there's 3 different tiers of elastic. One at the bottom, one in the middle, one up top, and it pulls the shirt up your torso.
It's always going up.
It's always moving up. By the end of the night, it's more of a kerchief below the neck. All right, so that is my advice. We have all issued our advice. Ben,
Well,
yours
2
was
of us
quit.
gave advice.
Ben yours was quit. Andrew,
It was
yours
stand
was
up for
steal.
yourself, then quit, then set a fire.
No, it was not. The set a fire.
Okay. Ben has retracted his.
Mine
just
was
burned it
also
down.
stand up for yourself and then decide whether you can take it or not. But you're going to have to do
That
a
is
lot of
not
things,
it.
a lot of
That's not-
shitty
That's
jobs.
the most wishy-washy bullshit. No, what you
It
said
isn't.
was
What I'm giving is literally a roadmap.
No,
Mine's
I'm gonna go
practical.
around. I'm gonna go
tell
around and
tell
be
the boss
honest.
and say,
What I said-
"Hey, I am smiling."
What Ben said,
and then
what
decide
Ben
whether you can
said
take it or
was
not. Mine's
quit.
practical.
Quit that job. You keep your dignity. Andrew said steal, which is Awesome. And then you said, suck it up. All jobs suck. You're just going to have to get used to that.
But I didn't say just like take it. I said tell your boss you're smiling. I did say that. And you can stand up for yourself one time or two times.
Because you should sell your soul for money. So
then you can quit or then you can take it. Then you can quit and then you can take it.
Time to vote. Let's go ahead and we're
guys. Can I chime in here for just one?
God,
I have one little
here,
additional.
For fuck's sake.
So before you vote, does it have any effect on your decision if I explain to you that Lila owes me $30,000 due to a crypto Ponzi scheme?
Oh my God!
Wow.
And that's why she has the job.
Man, I knew Lila was cool, but a crypto Ponzi scheme?
So already kind of stealing.
Yeah, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, does it have any effect?
For me,
on
it has zero effect.
I know
know
she needs to be making even more money. My advice is stronger than ever.
mine still stands. Yeah.
Same advice.
So you don't care about her repaying her father?
I do, and that's why she should be
about
stealing, because I made far more stealing from jobs than I ever did being paid.
Yeah, and also, Ron, you are flush with cash. We are paying you very handsomely to do all of this podcast.
Are you? Where's that check?
It's in the friggin' mail. My
And
God.
you have no
You know
idea.
we use these pigeons and rats to send people?
What kind of mail are we
checks?
talking about? Are you talking about your
Rat
Pony
mail.
Express? Are you talking about AOL? Are you talking about your rat mail
Rat
delivery
mail.
system?
You've
Rat
got rat
It's
mail.
reliable. It's reliable. It's
Andrew, play the sound. That's when you know you've got mail.
You've got a new letter.
Yeah.
Someone's chewing through a 1/4 inch of steel to get in here. I've got rat mail.
Until then, I'll keep surviving off the rats that I have to eat that don't have any mail attached.
I
to them.
will.
And you wonder
Thanks,
why the
guys.
check's not getting there. You're eating the fucking rats. Jesus, Ron. That's the whole system.
I will not let you rat mail us. Nope. I stick by my answer once
Was that
again.
a blackmail
All right.
plan?
Yes.
It
Time
is
to
time to
vote.
vote. It is time to vote. Ben, you went first. You can vote.
Oh, I mean, it's obvious. I'm going to vote for Andrew. Stop it. Go ahead. Andrew, you're up.
I'm going to vote for Ben.
Thank you. We wouldn't consider your dorky answer.
You going to vote for Ben, Andrew, for real? Just quit?
Well, yeah, because the quitting, I'm voting more for the quitting than the fire, but...
No, it's the quitting. Go for the quitting. That was my honest answer.
If I'm being dead honest, I think I don't want to encourage Ron's daughter to steal. However, I stole thousands of dollars from that shoe store and was proud of it and got away with it. So, yeah, steal. I'm voting for Andrew.
Hell yeah,
Good
dude.
guys win again!
Finally. It's an answer we can all get behind. And Andrew, can I ask you, if the rule wasn't standing that you can't vote for yourself, be honest, who would you have voted for?
I'd vote for myself.
Yes, 3 for 3. The first slam dunk in history. Wow, a unanimous decision. Lila, 15-year-old, now 16 as of today, steal. That's the best.
That's the Grolix advice. And listen, you've always got a home here at Grolix Globo Corp Ltd. If you need a job, we will take money away from your dad.
There's
and pay
a cot
Wait, what?
in the corner of the warehouse that is you can use totally. U.S. Army.
Crash.
There's a bed in the warehouse?
Well, no, it's a
kid-
cot.
for-
It's
it's
an
a-
Why have I been
cot.
sleeping in a pod this whole time, you assholes?
All right, Ron, we've
It's
got
a
a
bed?
for
Tired.
guests.
There's a
Ron.
bed?
What
Ron?
if we had a guest? What if we had a guest drop by? We can't have you on the cot all the time.
You know what? I quit, you asshole.
Ron,
I quit. No,
get on
and
the
I've
rickshaw.
been stealing this whole time.
Yes,
I've been
we
stealing
know
the
it.
whole
Pay the
time.
boy to take the rickshaw away. Pay the boy to take the
Boy,
rickshaw away.
coins.
Oh my goodness!
What an
an
episode.
episode.
Lila,
What an
thank you so
episode.
much for the letter. To all of our cool teen fans, feel free to hit us up. We will love to give you advice. Andrew, congrats on the win. You are running away with this.
Yeah.
Ben still in a distant third. We are going to take a break.
You and I are tied right now, Adam.
Can't even see him. He's so far behind, but I hear he's still in the race. I've got reports that he's still running for some
Set a
reason.
fire.
We're going to take a break, listen to some stand-up comedy
Set
from
a
our
fire.
live show which will not be happening this September because we are doing it at the High Plains Comedy Festival, not at the Bug Theater. Enjoy this clip from the live show from the very funny Elin Stribling.
Oh, I love that. We
have
on
this
the
dude
show?
We have him on whenever
so much,
we can.
maybe you would have been there to watch it.
Enjoy this comedy from Elin. We'll be back with the best third act in the game.
I just had a daughter. I have a 3-month-old daughter, and she's a lot of. No, you don't have to clap. I'll be fucking. And I have a 3-month daughter, and she's amazing. I love her smile. She has the best smile in the world. Like, she shit on me today, and I don't mean in like a rap battle. I mean, she actually shit on me. I was standing there, and she hasn't pooped in the last couple of days, and so I was like, doing some legs exercises. So I go to like lift up her diaper, and I must have like loaded the gun. Like I thought I heard like because I put her down and I turned to grab a diaper, and it like shoots out. It like shot out and hit, and it scared me. It scared because it came out. So I was like, I like hit the ground. I got up like Trump after he got shot. I was like, I don't know why he was doing Black Power, but I just love. And my girl was like, "What happened?" I was like, "She just shit everywhere." And there's like baby poop running down my leg. And I look at my daughter, and she's smiling. She has the biggest smile on her face. And I've never been so in love with a person in my life. Like, I was looking at her, and I was like, "You just shit on me." And I was like, "You're gorgeous." Like, no other woman in my life could shit on me. And I'd be like, "Yeah, like, there's a lot of attractive women here tonight." I checked. And if any of you shit on me and then smiled, I'd be like, "Ma'am, you need to go home." Like, what do you... Like, even if Beyonce shit on me... Okay, look, if Beyonce shit on me, I'd be like, "What you doing, girl? What you doing? You so crazy, Beyonce. You so crazy. Go get your diaper, girl. You so crazy." My daughter and Beyonce are the only two people that can shit on me. Everybody else has to be nice.
Welcome back. Hello, third actors. It is lovely to see you here in the confines of this cushy third act home. We have missed you. We had a very fun episode, and we need to thank Lila for giving us that great letter.
I was going to ask Lila if I could borrow $29, because I know you're good for it if you worked tonight. I'll pay you back next week, but if I could borrow some cash on you, yeah.
And Lila, if an extra bag of jasmine rice happens to fall off the delivery truck, give me a text. I'll swing by and grab it.
And I could use napkins, just plastic to go, forks and knives and stuff, whatever you sort of got from the place. I will take.
Yeah,
I can wholesale that.
Nothing pressing, Lila. Just while you're stealing, if
think
you
of your uncles. Think of your three uncles.
My 3 uncles. The polycule, as we've been known as for a while.
I don't think.
I know. I'm not.
I'd like to not be known as that
anymore. Okay, I think it's cool, but that's all right. Okay.
Speaking of polycules, Andrew, plugs.
Let me get the polycule plug pipes popping.
Whew.
That's
plugs. Plugs.
He's barely getting it out. I'll do it. Plugs.
Wow.
Ooh, nice.
That was good, dude.
Yeah,
you were
kind of a Jamaican vibe.
Andrew, do you want to go first since you ruined that?
Yeah, I'll go first. I'm hosting a special edition narrator show Wednesday, September 18th. It's kind of a pre-High Plains Festival kickoff show. I'll be hosting it. I think we have a great lineup of very funny people. That's going to be at the Buntport Theater on September 18th. And tickets are pay what you can. Check it out at the Buntport website.
Heck yeah. Adam, what you got?
September 13th, I'm in Colorado Springs playing at Lulu's downtown. So to all my Springs heads and people in Southern Colorado, come on up and I'll see you at Lulu's.
You sound so happy about that, Adam. I know you love Colorado Springs.
Well, later this month, I'm in Casper, Wyoming, so just wait for my enthusiasm for that one.
I'll say, downtown Colorado Springs, Actually, pretty charming.
There's an
We've
illegal
done their-
Pete's there now. Lulu's it rules as a venue, and they just
It's
opened
like
downtown.
thriving down there. Their little like Main Street
I
downtown area.
I like downtown Springs. Yeah,
I
think it's cool.
am actually quite excited for the show. I love Lulu's. It's a great venue, and I'm eager to see their new spot. And so, yeah, I'll be there September 13th, everybody.
Cool.
Just I have problems with the politics of the area. I've never really had a great time down there. It's not my favorite place, and so I rarely go. But I know there's awesome fucking people there who love Grawlix comedy. So come on out September 13th, and I will be there. And then I'll go home.
I think we should just let him keep talking. I think he's going to
sounds
sell.
like
I
you're
just
making a-
it's
it sounds
not
like
that
you're making
it's
a promise
not
to
that-
yourself.
You're fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Come on out.
Asheville, North Carolina. I'm going to cool places. Friday and Saturday, if you're listening to this as this episode comes out, this Friday and Saturday, and we're working potentially on a Sunday show, so stay tuned. But I'm going to be joining.
Oh, I'm on the edge of my fucking seat.
Why don't you shut up? Why don't you shut up again? I've told you to shut up so many times. September 13th and 14th.
What if there's a Sunday show?
Shut up, you fucking idiot. Model Face Comedy. Melissa's bringing me down. We're going to have a great time. Come out and see me, please. I saw some of you last time. It was great. Come out and visit me. And then, of course, Adam, it's that time of year. You want to tell people this is exciting.
The High Plains Comedy Festival is here. This is year 11. It's the best. The lineup is out. Tickets will be on sale by the time you listen to this, so get tickets to our shows. They're for sale now. All right, we're doing a live Grawlix podcast. This is where we need you, savers. We're going to do speed competitive advice from the audience. So please come to the show. Have questions for us. We will be answering it on stage with some very funny guests. We'd love to see you at the live podcast during High Plains, and we will also be doing a live Grawlix show. Both of those shows are on sale now. Get tickets quickly.
Oh, it's the best weekend of the year. You're going to have so much fun. Who wants to take a shot at the quick credits? Who wants these?
I'll do it, but my approach now, remember, the speed thing, I'm over it. It's just about comfortability.
Okay.
And so I just like to say thanks so much to producer Ron Doyle for all that you do. And Lila, you will be taking over the position soon. So we look forward to that. Thank you to Mike Henderson for his help recording of our live show. Theme music by Charlie Continental. You can follow us on social media at Grawlix Comedy. Support us and get ad-free episodes and other perks on Patreon. Patreon.com. Grawlix Saves.
It was clean.
Nice.
It was clear. It was concise.
It was
I
like a
liked
favorite pair of pants.
Oh, when we're back next week with a new episode, and everybody is going to be pretty excited because it's my turn and I get to pick the episode, and I got something fun for you guys. And I'm pretty excited about this, and everybody else is pretty excited. I know that.
You just sort of seem to be stammering around what it is that you have for us. You're just talking about the excitement.
Play us out, Charlie!
Are there any heroes left at all? A few strong souls that pick us up when we fall down. We looked around for those rare kinds of folks, but the best we did was these dumb jerks that tell big jokes. We're getting fixed, our worries are nixed. Let's have some kick while the Grawlix says we're getting fixed. Our worries are nixed. Let's have some kick while the Grawlix says the world.
Yeah, you didn't have anything.
That episode made me shit and barf at the same time.